Who is this certification for? Well, you're an online store and maybe you sell a single product online that you source or manufacture yourself. Or you started with a core product and introduced more complementary products over time. That could be you, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe you've always had many SKUs that you source or manufacture yourself. Or maybe you curate and sell other brands' products on your online store. Or it could be mostly other brands and maybe you have one or two products that you sell that you manufactured yourself. Or maybe you started selling in person. And I see this all the time. I see e-commerce entrepreneurs who invent a product and they start selling it in farmers markets or pop-up shops, or they just sell it to their friends and family. And they get a little bit of success. And now their online store is a newer sales channel, right? Or maybe you have like your own brick and mortar location, or you've been wholesaling to other retailers and you've had pop-up shops. You don't just need to be an inventor, but essentially your online store is a new sales channel. So this e-commerce stuff is brand new to you. Or maybe you were selling somewhere else online and your own personal online store is a newer sales channel. So maybe you've had some success on Amazon or Etsy or eBay or somewhere else, and now you're trying to own your own customer data, build deeper relationships with your customer through your own online store. Or lastly, you could have a combination of some of all of the above or all of the above. Maybe you're selling D2C, you're wholesaling, you have a brick and mortar or your own products and you're selling other brands' products. The takeaway is that the strategies that we're going to be walking through in this certification apply to any kind of business as long as you have your own online store. So there's going to be e-commerce entrepreneurs and in-house marketers from all kinds of backgrounds in this certification. The takeaway is that we're going to have a lot of different e-commerce entrepreneurs and in-house marketers from all kinds of backgrounds. And the good news is we're going to break this down really simply throughout the certification. We're going to show you how to launch a minimum viable campaign no matter which background you come from. And you may also be asking, well, which product categories are going to work? So it doesn't matter if you come from an apparel, fashion, or jewelry background, or maybe you work in beauty and cosmetics, or you sell specialty foods and beverages, or you're working in health and wellness, or you have handmade local products that you've invented yourself. It doesn't matter which product category you come from. These principles and strategies are going to apply to different e-commerce businesses from all kinds of backgrounds from very different product categories. So you're in the right place if any of these apply to you. And let me just show you a little bit more about how it could work for your business dependent on which stage you are at. Over my 10-year career working with e-commerce businesses, I've been able to kind of categorize each business at 3 different stages of growth: crawl, walk, and run. If you're at a crawl stage, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody starts at a crawl. But this means that you're usually doing less than $100,000 a year in sales for your online store. If you're at a walk stage, maybe you've had a little bit more traction and you're probably doing about $100,000 a year to $1 million a year. So you've got some things right and you just might be getting a little bit stuck. Or you're at a run. You've kind of figured some of these things out. You have that product market fit thing happening for you. You built some strong foundations on your store, but you're kind of plateauing at this $1 million a year mark. So whatever stage you're at, crawl, walk, or run, you're in the right place. Because here's some examples of some companies me and my team have helped in the real world grow and scale using the exact strategies that we're going to be teaching you throughout this certification. So here's a couple examples of businesses that we met who were at a crawl. The first example here you could see is a men's apparel business. This has to be one of the toughest product categories to sell in. Selling high ticket menswear to men online is really challenging, believe me, because I've been there more than a few times. But this business was able to implement the strategies that we're going to be teaching in this certification and grow from doing less than $1,000 a month all the way to $30,000 a month and beyond in about a 6-month time frame. Or maybe you sell kitchenware, like my second example. When we met this business out of the United Kingdom, they were also doing next to zero sales on their online store. We implemented the strategies that we're going to walk through in the certification, and they were able to get all the way up to $80,000, $100,000 pounds per month by following the exact steps we're going to be walking you through. Or perhaps you're at a walk. As I said earlier, businesses who are at a walk, they're usually doing about $100,000 a year to $1 million a year, and they get kind of stuck. As you can see from both of these examples, they were kind of going up and down and kind of just, not getting past that $25,000, $30,000 a month growth mark. With the condiments example, you could see that they had some success. They're going in and out. But look what happens towards the end of the graph. We implement a lot of the strategies that we're showing you today, and we can reach for the stars and shoot up to $100,000, $200,000 a month. And I got to tell you, we love working with businesses at a walk because what do you think they already have? Yep, they have proof of concept. They have product market fit. They just need to implement some tactics that tie everything together to get to that next level of growth. With the second example, it's a wine business, and you could see that they were kind of plateauing on their growth and they couldn't really reach that next level. But we helped them implement the strategies that we're going through in this certification and really helped them skyrocket their growth in the last few months. Or maybe you're at a run. At our agency Socialite, this is mostly the kind of clients that we're working with over there. They come to us and they say, Scott, Simon, I'm only getting $100,000 a month and I can't get past this level. But they're doing all right? They're doing over $1 million a year, but they're just kind of stuck. And it's the same thing. We're implementing the exact strategies that we're walking through in this certification to get them to the next level. You could see this jewelry business over here. They're a high ticket jewelry company, and they were kind of stuck at that $100,000, $150,000 a month mark. And by deploying the exact strategies that we're going to walk through, we were able to get them up to $500,000 a month consistently. Or you're selling children's toys. This children's toy company, it's the same idea. They usually come to us because they've had a lot of success. They got to the $100,000 mark, but then they're kind of stuck. And we deploy these exact strategies that we're going to walk through. And we got this business up to $800,000 a month in less than a year's time by deploying these frameworks.